everybody, thanks for watching. This next pattern, it's a cased caddis. This one in particular, it's called the Peking caddis. It was tied by George Anderson. You can find it in Dave Hughes' Essential Trout Flies. So I will explain the materials as I go and put the recipe in the description. So first off, got a size 12, 2X long standard nymph hook. I'm going to use some 015 weighted wraps. There's your 015 weighted wraps. I'm going to use black 70 denier. Obviously there's no tail on this thing. The bug is still in its larval case. So, medium oval tinsel in gold. Catch that in back here. That's going to be your rib. Okay, that looks fine right there. Now, about the only tricky part of this fly is this mess of a dubbing we had to put on it. Calls for straight up hare's ear, cut straight off the, not hare's ear, but hare's mask, so fur along the cheeks and down below on the face, with a little bit of sparkle yarn in it. So you need a good bit of wax on your thread. This stuff does not spin all that easily, and it makes for quite a buggy. I mean, it would probably be better put this in a dubbing loop, but I haven't been. Okay, I like that about right there. Now counter wrap your rib. So probably want to go ahead and give this a haircut before you cut that next step. Just cut it off. That's fine if it's going to be spiky. That's what they look like in real world. Got a few on the bottom right there. We can go ahead and get these. You can get these at the last step, or you can get them right now. So I'm just get them right now. So the next component on this is your caddis green. Any kind of fine hair dubbing. I'm using some super fine over here. Doesn't take too much, but it's not that sparse. You want this next little piece, which represents the actual caddis poking out of its case. You want it to be as wide or maybe slightly a bit wider than the top of that case. Now this thing has some legs. Partridge hackle. So just brown, some fibers from a brown partridge hackle, probably about 8. If you put 8 on here, it'll look like there's about 4. You just have them coming off the bottom right here. Not very long. This is meant to look like the legs poking out of this case. And before we get real tight wraps, that's a little bit longer than I want. Okay, I think that's it right there. So go ahead and lock these in. Got them pretty well coming off the bottom there, so I'm happy enough with that. Now we trim this off right here. The last component on this ostrich herl, black ostrich herl. You don't want peacock herl. Peacock herl would give you that green gold metallic sheen. So just black dyed ostrich is really what you want here. So I like to tie these a little bit longer, fold them back over so I can get a couple of locking wraps, but I made them longer so that I can see these stubs right here to trim. See those 2 stubs sticking up right there? Now I can trim them. I don't have to hunt way down there in the head to get these. Okay. Now you can spin this like a rope. Might make it a little bit easier to manage. Now let's just whip finish this thing, maybe. Okay. Four or 5 turn whip finish would be fine, especially if you can get a drop of head cement back here. Now, the ostrich herl on this one looks a little bit matted down, so I'm just going to take a dubbing brush, try to spread that out a little bit, fluff it up, and it looks kind of buggy. So there you have it, folks, the cased caddis. So if you've watched this far, I really appreciate it. I hope you will consider subscribing. If you like the video, click like. Okay, that's all, folks. Thanks again.